Oh, my son is crying. Let's wait this out for just a second.
Excellent. Yes, we love.
So that's not in the background of an intro. In today's episode, Austin neglects his son.
Happens to the best of us.
You know, what kid's going to turn out good without a little bit of neglect?
None.
Exactly.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, you should neglect them every once in a while.
All right, with that, hello and welcome to the Roundabout Podcast, where we have all the numbers to make the Fantastic Four, but would not be able to fight our way out of a paper bag. This is episode 48. My name is Austin Suddeth, a.k.a. Johnny Breeze. With me today, I have Michael Levine, a.k.a. Mr. Average, Hunter Brittle, a.k.a. The Thang, and Tyler McClellan, a.k.a. Barely There Boy. What's up, guys?
Seemed offensive.
Wow.
Everybody else got a good name.
I need a backstory and or
Explanation.
That's the word. Thank you.
Well, that's on you to come up with.
I mean, I feel like mine was pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to know where you came up with the others.
I always got that thing on me.
Well, we're not quite the Fantastic Four, but we're close. So it's like just enough to avoid copyright infringement and still be recognizable.
Yes.
I do disagree with the fact that we can't fight our way out of a paper bag.
Together, I think individually we can, but you put the four of us in a paper bag and we'll find a way to mess it up.
Our powers combined.
Whoa, hold on. Didn't the Mythbusters do that?
Fight their way out of a paper bag?
Like literally.
Punching through a paper bag, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. They made a ginormous paper bag. One of them got in it and literally tried to fight his way out of the paper bag.
Okay. What was the result?
I don't remember. I'm not a big Mythbusters guy. I'll look it up though.
Thanks for bringing that one to us.
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
I feel like there needs to be more follow-up to this.
Most
I will find
anticlimactic story ever.
Oh, Michael, you'll be happy.
I watched an episode of TV once.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was
seeing
about.
a clip of it.
I saw something on a screen at one point. It could have been Mythbusters. It could have been Dante's Inferno. I'm not sure.
Okay, the myth
Dante's
is
Inferno.
busted, though it is surprisingly difficult.
Yeah, I blame Tyler.
See? And I feel like if all four of us were in there, it would make it worse than if just one of us was in there to do it. Like we would find a way to make it more complicated because all four of us are there.
Yeah, I still blame Tyler.
Look,
After
I'm
our
going to keep
recent
talking so Michael can stop blaming me. The
after
correct
our
idiom is
recent
actually,
escape
I will not
room-
stop talking for an hour if I have to, Michael. The correct idiom is couldn't punch your way out of a paper bag. Go ahead,
I'm
Michael.
about
Is
to
it my
just
fault?
mute him in the Discord.
Too bad.
Mute
My
him in
Audacity
Discord,
story
mute his
records.
audio.
Yeah, fight the man who controls what goes into post. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm about to make you sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, after our escape room stream this last week, between that, the NSYNC Let's Plays that we've done, the Escaping the Moon stream we did, I think you have pretty well proven to everybody that you are the king of overthinking.
Okay, well, I feel like I've pulled my own weight and then some in the two first games. The second two games. I will not say the same for the escape room one. I did very much struggle with that one.
I mean, I don't disagree that you get to a solution eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
It is one of James's favorite parts is listening to us argue about the first part of episode 2 of NSYNC when you're like way overcomplicating that we just have to hit 5 switches and a button.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, Michael.
One.
So yeah, I that's why I would blame you. It like wet paper sack. You're gonna overthink it and you're gonna get a
why is it
hair
wet
dryer
now?
to try and isn't that what the idiom is?
Yeah, when did it get wet? Who wet the paper bag?
Probably also Tyler.
Well, okay.
I did it to add more of a challenge, and I don't know what to do now.
Isn't that what the idiom is though? Out of a wet paper sack?
The one that they used for Mythbusters is just couldn't punch your way out of a paper bag.
Oh, okay. I maybe I've just heard a perversion of it then. I thought it was a wet paper sack.
I've heard both.
Can't say that I've heard the wet one before.
I think wet implies that it's easier to
actually,
tear because it's paper.
Continuing on, following the episode, many viewers noted that the original idiom specifically refers to a wet paper bag. So you were correct, Michael.
There we go. Look at the big brain on me.
Look at the big brain on Mr. Average.
Which feels like it would have made it. Is it supposed to make it easier or more difficult? I feel like a wet one would be easier to punch through. It would tear
That's what we
it
said.
easily. Yeah.
When has making paper wet ever made it harder to do anything with?
That elasticity.
Oh, writing. It's really hard to write on wet
It's
paper.
very difficult to
Yeah.
write on wet
True.
paper.
Really hard to hold. It just kind of disintegrates.
So, do
Hey,
y'all
speaking
remember?
of things being, oh,
Well,
he's got something. No, you go right ahead, sir.
yeah. Well, I was just gonna say,
apologize. I yield.
This is something of a callback. Do you remember a couple weeks ago? Right, I don't know if we even talked about it on the podcast, but right before we started recording, I just like temporarily lost my shit, and y'all finally were like, "What just happened?" And I had spilled a protein shake on my book that I had literally just started reading. It was only like a chapter in.
I remember this.
Yes.
So I have slowed down on my reading a little bit, partially because I will fully admit I am struggling to get into The Hobbit, which I feel like I have to finish it because everybody talks about how it's just a classic, a fantastic book. So I'm like committed
It's
to
too much
finishing it.
protein.
Yeah, but
You're becoming a gym bro and forgetting how to read.
yeah, right. But it seriously has like every time I look at it and see the little spots on the sides of it pisses me off to no end, knowing that I spilled that on my book. But I'm about done with it. But I just wanted to remind y'all of that catastrophe.
It's all the steroids in your protein making you angry.
No steroids. I'm not on the gear.
Hey, speaking of steroids,
Oh,
did y'all see what happened this last weekend?
That's what I was going to
The
talk
enhanced
about.
games. Yes, that is.
That was my segue for speaking of things being wet. I'm glad we're on the same page.
All right, now I want to hear your link.
Well, the swimmer who broke the record, like the first event they had, and he broke a world record and got $1 million because of it.
And he was the only one to break a record.
Oh, did that actually happen?
Did you not hear about
Yeah.
this?
I
Yeah.
heard or I saw like the 100-meter dash replays, but I didn't see any other sports.
Yeah, so he had an illegal swimsuit, or illegal by Olympic standards, not by the enhanced games.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of
he
this.
had a
Right.
yeah, no, and that's what I'm clarifying. Like that, he wasn't breaking the enhanced rules games. This was a swimsuit that had been banned by the Olympic Committee. And if I have read the news stories correctly, he is the only person who broke a world record. All the other enhanced athletes were kind of a flop.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting because it does make you wonder. You know, I think everybody can pretty well agree steroids, not good for your body. So were the best athletes taking the best steroids to do this event, or were these just, basically average Joes who are willing to take the, shrunken bits? They're going to have to use Botox all over the place now, and all the other potential health side effects to do the steroids to make them basically almost on par with the Olympic athletes.
Well, and that was my question. Like, is it that the dude was just wearing a banned swimwear, or was he actually on other things? Because I didn't actually see, I only saw the headline, so I didn't actually look into, like, is this guy actually taking anything? This is the first I've actually been exploring it. So I'm wondering, like, was he on steroids? Had he competed in the Olympics before and he just said, off with this, I'm going to go shoot up and go see if I can just claim money doing it this way?
So I guess the thing I was reading was that he was also wearing a synthetic super suit. So I assume that means he was also doping or whatever was necessary for his particular event. Because, yeah, they call it also wearing. So I assume they're alluding to the fact that that was another thing in his repertoire.
do you think at any point during the race he said the line, "Where is my super suit"?
No.
Where's
He's underwater,
my
Tyler.
super suit?
Well, but beforehand, he had to get the super suit on at some point or another.
Right.
Oh, I
So
thought
why
you
would
said
he
during the
doing
event.
No,
during the
before.
race?
I said before, did I not?
I heard during.
I heard
Oh.
during.
Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. Very believable. But even so, I'm just going to assume that he did at one point or another say that.
Figured if he said it during and he still managed to make that time, then
That's
God,
even
those
more
are some good
impressive.
steroids.
Every stroke. Where is my super suit?
So it's what gave him the strength to go through. It
Yeah,
wasn't the steroids.
That was his that's his breathing exercise. It's just saying
It
that
was
the whole time
Samuel
he's
L.
swimming.
Jackson's acting in The Incredibles that got him through it.
What a guy. What a movie, honestly.
Interestingly, there were people who participated in this event clean and won.
Won what?
Like their individual events.
Does that say
Well,
more
yeah,
about
wouldn't
them
there
or
always
the other
be a
people?
winner?
I was just about to say, does that speak to their
What?
skill or his lack of skill?
Oh, sorry. No, I get what you're saying now. I got it.
Yeah, in terms of the events as a whole.
Right, I heard. what I thought. So I didn't know. I thought the whole purpose of this thing goes back to what we talked about like decades ago of wanting to have like a baseball league and then have the like steroid baseball league. But I thought everyone in the enhanced games was on something. Like I didn't know there were clean people here.
I didn't either, and that's why I'm saying this. So apparently, the men's 50-meter backstroke was won by Hunter Armstrong, who was a clean swimmer who defeated 2 rivals who had taken PEDs. Unenhanced sprinters Fred Curley of the United States and Tristan Evelyn of Barbados won the 100-meter sprints.
I remember Fred Curley from the Olympics a couple of years ago. I actually watched him race. That was so I know him.
I know him.
I know that one.
Curley's quote. This is I should do my journalistic due diligence. This is as of Yahoo Sports. Quote from Curley, man, they got to do better than that. They need to train a little harder, get on that shit a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Well,
I support that.
And what a flex too, right? Like you guys were all allowed to juice up and I still came in here and whooped y'all's asses.
Yeah.
Like that's a flex in itself. That guy went knowing he was clean with the intention of winning that shit clean and just rubbing it in their faces. He has nothing to lose. If he loses, yeah, they're roided up. That's all good. I'm not worried about it. If he wins, he's a legend. And he gets a badass line like that after the race. Hell yeah.
The Mountain from Game of Thrones could not break his own deadlift record of 510 kilograms.
Was he clean or was he dirty?
I don't know. It didn't say.
Okay.
They're not talking about clean athletes anymore, so...
I don't know that man's ever been clean. And that's what I would.
No, he's just a freak of nature, though. Like I used to follow Strongman a lot, and he's just a freak. I legitimately couldn't tell you if he's juicing or not, but he's just
is doping allowed
massive.
in Strongman and stuff like that?
No, you're not supposed to. No.
Okay. What about in like bodybuilding competitions?
I would also assume no.
Are you? I didn't know if you were supposed to be.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were supposed to be clean for those.
But I don't know. Never got that answered.
That's fair. I don't know either. I don't know enough about either of the two sports to speak on it, but yeah.
I have only like in person met 2 people who did bodybuilding, and one of them, great guy, love him to death, and he was all natural. Dude's from like South Africa, and he's like 6'4", and he was a trainer around here. And he just one day was like, you know what? I want to get back into bodybuilding, and he like went for it, and dude got shredded. The other dude I knew who did bodybuilding, I know he was on some kind of drug, probably steroids. And the difference in looking at the 2 men, because the other guy was short, he was like 5'6", like shorter than I am. And so just to see this dude so muscled that his muscles looked wrong, like they did not look like they belonged on a human person. And that was like, when I saw that, I was like, I'm never going to do that because your body does not look human. You look alien. So I know what someone who can build insane muscle cleanly looks like. And you're not it, Chief.
So that's one funny thing about going to the gym that I've started to notice. They stand out like a sore thumb. Like I never understood that when people would just look at pictures on Instagram and be like, yeah, there's no way he's natural. But going to the gym and seeing these guys, yeah, every one of them that's on something, they stand out like a sore thumb. Not even just in how they look, but also how they lift, how they walk around the place. Like they just, I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you're there like looking at them, and there's different versions of it. It's not like they all have one specific behavior, but you can just point them out in an instant.
Okay, so in IFBB bodybuilding competitions, they urine test like right before competitions, but they don't do it like out of season or like not when there's a competition coming up or something like that. So it's not like you can like they're not being tested year round.
Yeah, they can do it in prep, but then when it comes time for the meet, they've got to get clean.
Right, just get clean 3 weeks in, drink 3 weeks before, drink some cranberry juice or whatever it is to get that stuff out, and then you're good. Which makes sense because those guys are freaks.
Well, speaking of circling back to old topics, I've got another one we can circle back to.
What's that?
So I would like to bring your attention to the podcast we did where we talked about the Mario Cinematic Universe.
Ah, yes.
Okay, I remember that one.
Uh-huh.
Has anybody watched the new Super Mario movie?
I have not.
I actually haven't.
So disappointing. I watched it with James this weekend. It's really good, actually. We really enjoyed it. You know, we had the discussion y'all were very adamant that Star Fox should not have been in the movie and that they were just going to milk it into another movie or whatever, right?
Correct.
Well, now that we're past it, I can tell you they actually worked him in pretty well, like acknowledging that he shouldn't be in the universe and that there was a reason for it. They worked it in very, very well, I thought. The character feels very Star Fox. And
Well, thank God for that.
yeah, I know. They they did a good job making him the typical like space jockey, hothead. And I think now that we're on the other side of it, we can all recognize that it's because they released a new game, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I believe that was the angle I was pushing. So I just want y'all to recognize the genius that is me.
Is it a
Recognized.
new game or is it a reskin of the original game?
Does it matter? They're putting out the first Star Fox game since I think
I was about to say, what game isn't a reskin at this point?
Yeah, but
Yeah. Name the most recent fresh Mario game.
Super Mario Wonder.
Odyssey.
Yeah, or Odyssey. Yeah.
I actually wonder. Well, no, Wonder is kind of like the Wii U one. I'm trying to think of what was the.
No, Wonder
Was it just
is like
Super
they
Mario?
changed the whole art direction and everything because it's more like he's kind of facing towards you instead of just a straight perpendicular. He's running in a line like perpendicular. Like you can only see the right side of his face or something. Like in Wonder, it kind of looks like he's running kind of at you.
Well, it's like it's a 2D model in a 3D space. Actually, backwards. It's a 3D model in a 2D space.
That one, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think you just described Paper
I think
Mario.
I could have described Paper Mario the other way. It is a 3D model in a 2D space. So it's just, well, there was the Wii U one, and I know we've played it, but it's kind of like that, just with new mechanics.
Yeah, so I'd call that a new game.
No, I see what Mike's saying. I will say, if you're talking about like a new original like style of Mario, I think Odyssey was the newest one.
Fair enough. I have not played Odyssey, so I'll give you that.
By that definition, are all the Assassin's Creed games just reskins?
Absolutely.
Because they're all the same, no new mechanics, right?
I would actually argue not all of them because they did actually make a major change at Origin.
Up to a certain point, though, yes. And then even you could argue after Origin, they're just
After
reskins of Origin. But
Yeah.
no, they're two different skins, sir. They just keep using those same two.
They just change them out.
They just keep changing.
And they're also now doing a remaster of one of the originals. So,
Yeah.
Or not originals, but of Black Flag. No, I mean, I think, I think Mario, I said name a new Mario game, and that's probably a bad example because Mario probably is the franchise of Nintendo that gets the most new mechanics and games. Other than that, it's just remakes. And like, I mean, even Mario Kart, it's just like, hey, here's Mario Kart with a couple new things.
With
and,
new mechanics, new tracks, new settings, new music, new everything.
Yeah, but it's still, I get what he's saying. It's Mario Kart. You're just
Okay, but how many times
you're
it's racing at
advancing
its
Mario
core.
Kart.
It's racing at its core, and you can't really change that.
I mean, they're calling it a remake, and they're going to add some new mechanics to Star Fox as well. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's a new Star Fox game. Even if it's a remake or a remaster or a reimagining,
That's what I
it's a
think
Star
it
Fox
is.
game.
I think it's a reimagining. It's basically taking Star Fox 64 and making it modern, which I'm not against. I think that is a good move on their part because, like you said, Star Fox has been out of the zeitgeist for so long. The only thing that he's really been a part of is Super Smash Brothers, and it's just like that's it. Like where'd he go? So like I can see where you're coming from. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't think this was the way they should have done it. They shouldn't have just included him into a movie to sell the game.
I'm telling you, the way they worked him in is very good. I don't know. I will also say I don't know which came first. The idea of putting him into the movie and then they decided, hey, maybe we should remake the game. Or if they said we're remaking the game and we need to put it into the movie. I'm just saying the way they did it does not feel heavy-handed.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's the best you can hope for.
I think all of y'all's concerns, while valid concerns, are I don't want to say irrelevant. That's not the word I'm looking for,
Wrong.
but
You can say wrong.
yeah, I guess wrong, right? Like, yeah, your concerns are they're not valid. They didn't come to fruition, right? Like it really is well done. It made sense. I loved. They even flashed back to Nintendo 64-esque graphics to explain his universe
that's
and why
cool.
and like how he's in the wrong universe, basically. And it was good. It was good. It fit. The character fit well. It didn't feel crowbarred in. I liked it. I thought it worked well.
I think, and here's kind of where I'm coming from, and like listening to you say all of this, it seems like they're banking on nostalgia, which, trust me, I'm all about banking on nostalgia. Absolutely. You told me Star Fox was going into this movie, and I was like, there was just a part of me that I couldn't get rid of. That's just like, you've got to go and watch it now because it's Star Fox is in there. So like nostalgia will win, but for Nintendo, I feel like that shouldn't be their play because it has never been their play.
It's always been their play.
No, they don't bank on nostalgia. They take an idea and they improve on it. Like all the Mario franchise, all of the Zelda franchise, Pokemon. I guess Pokemon's technically not Nintendo, but it's primarily Nintendo. No, it's Game Freak. They just only operate on the Nintendo platform.
So
Nintendo does not own the Pokemon title. Game Freak owns the Pokemon games.
Okay.
I think
they only publish to Nintendo platforms, but they're not
correct.
a Nintendo subsidiary.
It's kind of like how Halo. Well, was Halo actually Microsoft, or was it just Bungie?
It did become Microsoft at one point, but originally Halo was just Bungie.
Correct, and only released on the Xbox platform. So that kind of whole thing. But the Nintendo properties that they have, because they owned Star Fox, they take what they have and they just improve on them. The problem they had with Star Fox is they forgot about it. They had Mario, they had Zelda, they had all these other franchises and kept building them up, and they just dropped Star Fox. And now it's, instead of just like, I agree to reimagine it and bring it back from a game standpoint, I'm all about it. But to kind of like build it into this now movie setting that Nintendo's getting into, I feel like it's backwards purely from my view of a gamer. Like, I feel like you do the game first and then you get it into the film franchises that you're building. But that's, like I said, that is my take. I'm not going to die on this hill. That's just where I feel it should be.
I'm not getting off of the Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe. It's coming.
I mean, I agree. I'm kind of there with you. I feel like they're going to do a Nintendo universe where we have they kind of already did, like we said, with the first Mario movie, having Donkey Kong in it, having a lot of, I guess Donkey Kong has always been integrated with Mario, but
they literally had a Super Smash Brothers sequence in the first movie. Did
and
that
a Mario
bother you?
Kart sequence, and they had like the Luigi Mansion kind of poke. So it's just like
they call back to all their movies, and they do the exact same thing in this one. I called them movies. They call back to all their games, right? Like there's minor Mario Kart elements in this. They didn't really have any like Super Smash Brother callouts, really, other than just the typical like Mario fight sequence. But they had other like callouts to the original Mario on the original Nintendo.
Huh?
was Donkey Kong
I
throwing a
think-
barrel at him on top of ladders.
No, Donkey Kong's not in this movie.
Oh, then that sucks.
Donkey Kong's not in the what?
Yeah. That's why I'm telling you, I don't think they're trying to build towards any sort of like, I think they're just telling some Mario stories.
Do you think it's because they didn't want to work with?
They had Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong and didn't recast.
He's just too high.
I was gonna say, do you think they didn't want to work with Seth Rogen again? He's too high
don't know,
on
is
his
he-
horse
is he-
with Invincible.
Invincible or
Oh, that makes more sense.
yeah. Somebody at Nintendo watched his other movies and went, "Oh,
Oh, this guy, that's who we cast.
that was Donkey Kong."
That's not very Nintendo of us.
No, I think they're going to tell Mario stories, and I think they're just going to weave in other characters from the universe. I think that's just how I don't think they're trying to build towards anything. Like, this did not feel like it built towards anything. It just told a story that was more geared around the like galaxies concept, Mario galaxies. Yep. But it didn't feel like they were like building towards it didn't feel like a Marvel movie where they're building towards Avengers and you can see it coming. They're just telling Mario stories and they're finding cute ways to pull in other characters from the universe.
Okay, but listen, when Samus is in Super Mario Bros. Movie 3, you are going to hear about it.
But so what if she is? If it's still a Mario movie and it's not building towards some sort of Super Smash Brothers, so what? Like I said, they're using other Nintendo properties as just, again, it's the nostalgia hits. They're going, hey, you remember this character? That's pretty fun, wasn't it? That's literally it. They're not building towards anything else. It's a fun nod to all the adults who played all these games and now they're watching this movie with their kids. My kid didn't know who Star Fox was, but I did, and I thought, that's pretty good. They nailed that character. I don't want to hear any criticism from you, Brittle, until you watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brittle.
Maybe I'll pirate it tonight or something. Sail the high seas on the internet.
Roundabout Productions does not condone pirating of
whatsoever
intellectual property.
Brittle is going to be fired.
He is.
I'm fired now. Damn.
Brittle just signed
his name is Hunter
resignation.
Brittle.
Yep.
Hunter Brittle does not speak for Roundabout.
Right.
In an official capacity.
Or an unofficial.
I was saying an unofficial capacity.
I think I can all speak for us and say that we would enjoy a Metroid movie.
You can barely speak for yourself.
I was about to say, you could barely get that sentence out. I mean, listen, I don't have much room to talk, and that's the reason I was very quiet during all that. I don't know enough about... I just didn't grow up on Nintendo like you guys did. I played like a Super Mario on the Game Boy back in the day, little stuff, but it was never just a huge part of my childhood or even as I got older. So I don't know enough about the universes and who should be there and who should not be there. So I'm going to trust y'all's opinion. Actually, I'm going to trust Michael's opinion at this point because he's the only one that's watched the movie. So
unbelievable.
But it does sound like I need to go watch the movie.
Yeah, I do want to watch it.
It was super enjoyable. You can rent it on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Okay.
$3.99. You can afford that.
That one I've got. I'll go buy the official channels.
We bought it because, let's be real, the kid's going to watch it 5 times and that'll pay for it.
Brittle's got his fingers crossed when he said, I'm going to go through the official channels.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, we know you. Cheap bastard.
But I mean, so I've got the original Smash Brothers roster pulled up.
Okay.
Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, now Star Fox have all been in 1 or 2 movies. Pikachu's got his own movie. Is there a Kirby movie coming out? There's a Kirby movie coming out, right?
Is there?
I'm pretty sure.
I think you might be right. I will look that up while you continue ranting through your list.
Listen, we're getting a live action Legend of Zelda movie, so Link's already got his own movie. The next one on the list, I'm calling it now, is going to be a Metroid movie.
I am not seeing anything. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Is this actually from Illumination or is this another fan-made one? I see a lot of fan-made trailers for a Kirby movie.
Kirby movie would be so easy.
It would be good. They'd have to do it. I think of all of those properties, the fact that they're doing live action Zelda is on point. Like it has to be. I think if any of the properties that they work with, Zelda is going to be the live action. I think Metroid would also be a good live action.
I think you can do either style.
The problem with Metroid, though, I feel if you do it live action, you can't make it kid friendly. Like if you,
true, yeah,
with the enemies that Samus fights, if you do that thing live action, it's for adults. You're not having Ridley riding through a space station in live action, thinking that that's going to be okay for kids.
True, that is the stuff of nightmares, quite literally.
and Nintendo won't do a non-kid friendly version of it.
That's true.
No, they're not going to assign their name to that.
No.
I am not seeing anything about an official Kirby movie. I see a bunch of fan-made trailers, but I don't see an official.
I might have been getting that
Any
hype
sort of official.
crossed up with a new Kirby game. Didn't they just?
No, and I'm with you. I'm with you because I thought I had seen something about a Kirby movie as well. So I definitely get where you're coming from. I thought you might have been right. But yeah, I mean, I think, look, I think they're going to go through the different characters and I think they're going to milk it for its money. I don't think that means it's going to be bad. And I also don't think they're trying to do any sort of cinematic universe. You know, like I said, yes, Pikachu has his own movie that has nothing to do at all, any sort of connection with the Mario stuff.
Well, yeah, because that was way back when.
Yeah, and that's my point. I mean, I think I think Nintendo is branching out. They found film and realized that they can have success with film and make money licensing it to, you know, Paramount or whoever is willing to make these movies. But I don't think there's a building of a cinematic universe. I think they're just making fun movies.
Well,
Fair
tune in
enough.
10 years from now when we can confirm if that's true or not.
Right.
Yeah, you look, save the clip, pull it out in 10 years when we're doing episode, 480, and we'll see.
Think of how good you'll feel, Brittle.
I
Like-
will
It
I
will be
got him
the
so
best
much.
Brittle got him
so
moment.
much vindication. It's coming. I can feel it. Michael, what characters do you think they're gonna keep? Do you think they're gonna keep going with this? And what characters do you think they're gonna keep putting into Mario movies?
Well, I got to think, so this movie introduced Rosalina. I've got to think the next one's probably going to be centered around Daisy.
I'm surprised
Daisy
they
not
didn't do
in this movie?
Daisy.
No, Daisy wasn't in this one.
What?
This one was only,
Okay.
obviously, I think they'll keep the core cast. They'll keep Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. That's like the core, it appears. All four of them, they travel together, all that kind of stuff. So, and I should say probably now Yoshi. Yoshi was a core component of this movie, more so than what Donkey Kong was in the last one.
Okay.
Good.
Because
Yoshi, and it was fun. Yoshi, they made Yoshi super fun. It was a good character.
I would bet the farm that the next movie will involve the Koopalings as the villains. Like we've
Koopalings.
introduced Bowser Jr. Now we got to find Bowser's
Oh.
8 other children.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie, so I'm not going to tell you what direction they went with the bad guys. But I will say it was interesting. I think you could be onto something. Like I said, I think they are kind of going to introduce just more Mario-centric characters. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the next one's around Daisy. You did see some of the, I don't remember what they were called, but the big plump-looking things that were in Super Mario Sunshine. You saw them at various points, just kind of as crowd extras throughout this movie. I think they'll do something like that. Well, they'll pick another kind of like background character to be from one of those Mario movies. And yeah, I think you're right. I think they'll start kind of working their way through and building up. I kind of think as they add a good guy, they're going to add a bad guy, right? And just kind of like, and so, somebody might leave, like maybe Bowser Jr.'s not as prevalent in this next one. But yeah, I think they'll add Daisy on the good side, and maybe Rosalina's not around, and they'll add one of the Koopalings as a bad guy. I think they kind of do that to balance things narratively. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think you're just going to see that. You're going to see them. You're going to have the core group, and then they're going to add in new people. Other people won't make a return. It doesn't feel like they're building a cast. It feels like they've got a core group, and they're going to tell stories of other characters around this core group. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Rosalina's not in the next movie and if Bowser Jr. is not in the next movie.
Fair enough. I think it's interesting that they jump straight to Galaxy with Rosalina. I mean, that's so far down the chain of Mario games, the Mario lore. But I mean, Galaxy was one of the best original game concept ideas, so can't really fault them for it.
Yeah, and I don't think they're beholden to a timeline. I think they'll pick up little story elements here and there, but I think they're telling this at their own pace.
Now, if they introduce Pauline before Daisy, I'm throwing a fit.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember which one Pauline is.
Wasn't Pauline
She's
the newscaster in the original one?
No, Pauline's from Odyssey, and she's a stage performer.
Yeah, I thought.
She's basically Jessica Rabbit with brown hair. She's got a sparkly
Oh.
red dress.
She made a cameo in this movie,
That's what I
but
thought.
I didn't know that's who that was.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad.
But now seeing the character art now, I do see. But like, she was not a character. She just was like a cameo appearance.
Yep, I'm mad. Daisy didn't make it, but Pauline did.
I thought
Pauline's-
I saw something that Daisy was in this movie.
Pauline
Can't
has
believe-
just infested the Mario everything. She's in the Mario parties. She's in Mario Kart, and she made the movie before Daisy. I'm no longer a Nintendo fanboy.
Piantas,
say,
that's what they are. They're piantas, the things from Sunshine. That's what they are with the
okay, yeah.
with the big noses and the palm tree hair. The only reason I know them, I never played Mario Sunshine. The only reason I know them is that they were OP in Mario Super Sluggers.
What a game.
I never played that, but I did play Sunshine.
Oh my god, that I have a Wii, and that's the only game I have, and I still have it hooked up to my TV. I loved Mario Super Sluggers. We need a new Mario baseball
I think
game
you were.
in the year of our Lord 2026.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I would do a let's play in that.
Right.
So I looked up Daisy. It does say her latest appearance was in the Galaxy movie. I totally must have missed it. It had to be like cameo level because I don't remember her in the movie.
Another
at all.
vindication for Hunter.
So if you had to pick a new Mario game, you going baseball?
Oh, you know what? Sorry,
Or like
I'm gonna cut you off.
Redo?
Oh, dude, I would love a modern Mario Super Sluggers.
I'd absolutely take a Mario. Yeah, I'd absolutely take a Mario.
You know what
baseball.
I would love?
I want
though?
a
And
Mario,
Mario
Golf.
Golf.
I
I
say
want
I
Mario
want Mario Golf.
Didn't
I
they
know
just
what
do
Mario Golf.
They just did a Mario Golf.
Yeah, but it's not like the RPG style that they originally did, where you like have a character and you build up. It's not as good.
I want
I didn't know
another
they came
Mario
out with
and
a new one.
Sonic. I want another Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
That was a goated
Here
game
is-
series.
Hey, I think we're gonna do the Olympics for Extra Life, but it's not gonna be that one.
Those were so iconic to me when I was a child. I thought those
Yep.
were literally the greatest things ever made.
I have a pair of alternate bad guys other than the Koopalings that could be in 3.
Oh?
Wario and Luigi, or Waluigi.
Oh, yeah.
You think they're going to introduce them at the same time? I feel like if
You
they're going to do
have to.
one. Well, okay.
you have
so
to. They're
no, hold on. This is why you can't. Because of who Waluigi is and how he came into the world. Wario was always that, anti-hero. But Waluigi, if you don't remember, the only reason Waluigi exists is so that Wario had a doubles partner in Mario Tennis. He had no previous background as being a villain. He never did anything against anybody. He was just purely created to be a tennis player. And so if they introduce him, the only thing that boy needs to be doing is tennis.
What a backstory.
Did you not know that about Waluigi?
I think they will.
I do
didn't
think that is an
remember
amazing. Yes, that is. He's right, and it's hilarious. Nah, shoehorn him in. My boy got snubbed for Smash Brothers for all these years. He needs a role in a major motion picture.
I'm with Brittle. I think they will. I did look it up. Apparently, Daisy is in the post-credit scene, and I don't remember what the post-credit scene was, so that would be why I missed it.
So she's the Yoshi from the first one.
Right.
I guess so. Yeah. So Daisy in the next movie confirmed.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Good for her. They need to just completely do what they did with Peach, which make her completely unlike her video game appearances and just have her, I don't even be like a biker or something. I don't know which direction they're going to go with her.
Just make them all tennis players.
Oh, just Mario Tennis the movie.
Yeah, that's actually just it's Super Mario Brothers 3 tennis.
Michael did say all they're doing is making entertaining movies. That's their next big ticket item.
Tennis is the plot.
Do we need logic behind it? No. Mario Tennis.
We need tennis.
Release it on the same weekend as the U.S. Open.
That's a power move.
That would be a
Big
power
time.
move. I'm still. This is my official call. My official plea to Nintendo: remake Mario Baseball. For the love of God, we need it.
That would be great. I
Just
would
remake
play
all
that.
the Mario sports.
Yeah, just do
It
them
would
all.
feed so many families.
Yeah. Golf,
like,
baseball, tennis.
You don't even have to worry about ROI if you're Nintendo either. You put Mario on anything, a butt ton of people are going to buy it.
Absolutely.
That was a good self-censor, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Did that one on the fly.
yeah.
Well, speaking of on the fly, I'm gonna shift gears to another video game, game property, and bring back some Florida Man news. As a Florida man this week was accused of using a chainsaw to steal $12,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
Nice.
Back on the
chainsaw?
Pokemon cards. The last
Yes.
Florida man was stealing Pokemon cards with taco seasoning.
Nope, this one was a chainsaw. According to KSL, surveillance footage shows a man appearing at a store 2 days before the break-in. This was in West Palm Beach, Florida. A mysterious figure then gains entry to the store overnight on May 21st, initially trying to smash a window with a rock before resulting to the small chainsaw.
Small chainsaw.
Oh, she's got a small chainsaw.
Yeah, apparently it was an electric one. It was a battery-powered one.
Oh. Well, it's probably quiet.
It is.
Right. Can you
It's
imagine?
very much quieter than the 2-stroke chainsaw. Not my,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my 2-stroke Husqvarna.
Yeah, can you imagine staying there trying to rob a store and you're yanking on the pull chain on it and it just won't turn over? Yeah.
Right.
Got to prime it a couple
Yeah,
times.
he asked the poor young cashier, does size really matter?
He got $12,000 in Pokemon cards.
What's crazy to me is that how the Florida man that have appeared here are somehow all part of the same Venn diagram. Like there's something connecting each. We had one guy stealing Pokemon cards with taco seasoning. This guy's doing it with a rock and a chainsaw. But yet we also had a Florida man robbing a Taco Bell with a rock. And yet the rock has reappeared here.
It's completing the trifecta.
It's like
Yeah.
every Florida man headline, like 2 degrees off of another Florida man. Like,
So-
we could
Or
just-
is it organized crime?
Yeah.
that's what I
very well
like. They
may be.
all have a calling card we need to find and link together.
That should be
How
our
the
next.
Florida mob has fallen.
Break out the yarns and pins, baby.
I was about to say that should be our next creative hour. Is each of us have to come up with the name of this Florida organized crime organization, this Florida man group,
The
But-
bumpkins.
the Pumpkins. I'm curious. I know you said he stole $12,000 worth of Pokemon cards. How are they basing that value? I assume it's not like value of cards stolen, like on an individual level. If it's just
Yeah, they sent them all off to be PSA graded.
Yeah.
And that's what came back.
Resale value.
right, but like if it's just value of the packs, and maybe I'm completely mistaken on how much these packs cost, but why do they have $12,000 worth of Pokemon cards laying around?
Because they sell.
Yes.
I guess that's fair, but good night.
It's back in, dude.
How
My
much-
kid loves getting them.
How much is a standard pack of Pokemon cards? Like just the little like sleeve packs?
You talking about like the little booster packs?
I guess so, if that's what you call them. Like the little like paper just pack with like 6 or 7 cards or however many come in them.
From
seeing-
Amazon.
I'm seeing $5, $14, $53, $100, $8.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say,
well,
all
how
over
many
the
do you
place.
get for
looks like
$100?
Depends on the set.
Oh, okay. So it's dependent on what booster pack set you're buying.
Yeah, because some
Yeah,
sets
okay.
have more valued cards,
That's fair.
be it rarity or.
He said he robbed a Target.
That was the last one who up in Ocala. This one was in West Palm.
Do you
Yeah,
know
but he
what
robbed a
store-
Target?
yeah, like what store was it?
No, it was a local game store.
Oh, it was a game store.
Yeah. Collection Realm, a trading card store in West Palm Beach.
So then, yeah, they could go anywhere between like $10 to $40, just depending on what pack they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
40
fair.
might even be low. And if he got boxes, that would be even, that could be up to $200, $300 a piece. For
Yeah, I was just talking about the packs, but yeah, boxes can get up expensive.
He did not think this very, very well. Think this through very well because they caught his license plate on his car on surveillance camera, and he somehow managed to leave blood following the chainsaw usage. And the article does not elaborate.
Doesn't say if it's his blood.
Oh, no.
The victim's
He
blood.
just-
Oh, no.
He just
He
left blood.
Just left blood.
He just had a slip up with the chainsaw.
I mean, I have to assume that's what they're inferring, but they don't leave any details. Like if there's surveillance kit footage outside to get his license plate, where's the surveillance footage on the inside so that I can see this man like losing a finger or something?
I gotta assume because he's breaking into like a door, like it's not a metal door. What was he using the chainsaw on? Glass?
Yeah.
Like
All
now
card
I'm
stores
trying
that
to
I've
think.
been
No
through,
wonder
yeah.
he got all bloody. If he's using chainsaw on glass, he is now ripping shards of glass towards himself. No wonder he left blood. How is this man alive?
He got frag grenaded by his own
Right.
method of entry.
I'm kind of wondering, like, the rock makes sense. There's glass. Throw rock at glass. Break into glass. That makes sense. Oh, this doesn't work. Chainsaw.
Chainsaw. I mean,
Which he had at the ready.
I was going to say, which means it's premeditated because he brought it with
Yeah,
him.
it's utilitarian. Like, chainsaw works on multiple things.
Switching to your chainsaw is always faster than reloading your rock.
Oh, that is true. That makes a lot of sense.
Tyler, I want a tutorial on how to tactically reload a rock.
I'll work on that for you. You want an MP4? Or?
You're gonna have to be careful with that tutorial, though. Make sure the Florida men don't get it.
Yeah, right.
That's two of them now that have been dangerous, but they only had one rock.
I'm going to go down for aiding and abetting.
Yeah, you'll notice I didn't say why I wanted the tutorial for reloading a rock.
And God, think about the fear factor of that, though, too. Like, I feel like somebody walking in with a chainsaw now, granted, this is a battery-powered one, so it definitely takes away some of the intimidation of it. But I feel like that would be infinitely more scary than somebody pulling out a gun when you're, like, working at a store. Somebody comes in, especially if it's like a two-stroke like you're talking about, just letting the thing rip. Yeah, I'd shit my britches.
Just let her eat, old son. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd be scared of this guy. A battery-powered one, and he's hurt himself somehow.
He's just bleeding from his face from glass shards.
I don't know if I would be intimidated.
Listen, the chainsaw was a utilitarian. Maybe he anticipated encountering other obstacles.
Maybe.
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
Seemed like he scoped the place out, though.
Yeah. But speaking of Florida men, I feel like you have a new photo for your Florida Man Games application.
I have a new photo for life.
I said that's his cover photo for live.
That's a great photo. I think we should share that on the podcast.
Put it on up. Let's see if I can find
Brittle,
it.
can we get your permission?
Before Michael can. Go right ahead.
I don't have it. I'm assuming Michael has it at the ready somewhere.
I can. I sent it in the group chat earlier.
Yeah, I did see it in there. I definitely think this is something that the listeners should get the pleasure of seeing.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the stream.
For context, this was at the second home of all Florida men, the Coke 600 NASCAR race in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
And that's our lovely Brittle and his American flag. What do you call? They're not overalls.
They are overalls. Those are overalls. They're just short.
Yeah, they're not coveralls.
South
they're
Carolina,
overalls.
the second home for Florida man.
Yeah, North Charlotte, North Carolina.
You think that's the second home for Florida man?
I don't know, man. He might not be far wrong, especially for this particular weekend.
But this weekend specifically for Coke 600 weekend, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, for Coke 600 weekend, this is definitely the second home for Florida man.
And I love
Okay,
how
fair
it's on
enough.
like the least Florida man vehicle, just a Chevy. Is that the Trax or?
That is an Equinox, sir.
Equinox, yeah, that's right, yeah. But still, yeah, and so, but it's a great
that's
picture.
the thing. It's not his car. It's
That's
the
a
car
good
he's
point.
stealing.
That does make it Florida man material. Anything that but his own stuff.
So the previous year, I went for a ride on a golf cart. This year, I'm on top of a car. Next year, I'm going for a truck. The year after that, I'm shooting for semi. Somehow, some way. I'm just going to keep
You're
going
missing the
up.
major point here. Go get on a race car.
That's significantly
They have
harder.
multitudes of them there.
That's significantly harder, though.
No, it's not. Not if you're willing to. Not if you're okay with getting kicked out before the race.
This was just an unsuspecting person.
Just an unsuspecting
Do you
person.
say unsuspecting person? I am looking at this. The person driving could not have a bigger grin on their face, whereas the person in the passenger seat wants absolutely nothing to do with this situation.
That's because the person driving just heard a laugh, but the person in the passenger seat just so happened to look up through the sunroof and get the money shot, and she's very disgusted.
That's true.
the
That's
just
so true.
dichotomy of emotions.
Those things were not that. They were not that loose. Let me tell you.
That might be the opposite problem.
Yeah,
It might be too tight.
When you can see definition, there's a problem.
Either way, listen, they were comfy, and I am all aboard the overalls train now.
I guess I need to blur their faces probably before I put that in.
Probably.
Not incriminate our friends.
It's wild. The just range of who's about this in this photo is unreal.
I'm about this.
Well, we know.
Well, and the people behind you seem to be like just that's the whole thing about the 600 weekend is you see so much stuff like this that like the people behind just aren't even looking at them. They're just
They don't
minding
care.
their own
They're
business.
so used to it.
Yeah, you just see so much
That
of
was
this
their
stuff.
7th one to see that hour.
I got so many hell yeah brothers on my way back to our tailgate site. Made me feel very
For
good.
some reason that
I'm happy for
doesn't
you.
surprise
Thank
me.
you.
I'm glad y'all had a good time. I really do hate that I wasn't able to get down there for the
We
Top
missed you,
Golf
Tyler.
day.
missed
I
you.
know. I was very upset about it. But my wife is not a big fan of rain driving in it wise. And even though she did not want to go, I don't know that she would have been too happy if I had chosen to go, because she would be just as worried about me driving in it. And the storms hit very bad here. I know they weren't quite as bad up that way, but that was still an hour and a half drive I would have had to make 2 ways. So added complications, but nonetheless, sounds like I'm going to get to see.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. I like the best part is I get to see the ones of you that are most important twice a year for summer stream and 24-hour stream.
Yeah. So take that, everyone else in GLR.
Yeah.
I got to see Michael and stole some of his foam. And by some of his foam, I mean all of his foam. And by stole,
And by
he
stole.
gave. I was going to say, is it stealing when I hoped you loaded in your car
Right.
in the rain?
It was
strategically
talked about like a month ago.
strategically transferred
Land.
equipment to an alternate location. That is stealing.
You know you're a good heister when the guy's willing to help you load it up.
Right? Yeah.
When he was trying to get rid of it in the first place.
Yeah. When I said, please take it.
I would call it a steal.
And then he
because-
asked me, how much do you want for it? And I said, I don't give a shit.
So then I gave him nothing when it was originally
Yeah, and it
listed
was
on
totally
Marketplace
fine
for
with that.
$30. So I'd call that a steal by all definitions.
I would call that being a good friend.
You got done in, Michael. You're a
I
bad
was about to
negotiator.
say, you were given something for free, not stole it.
That the value of which was originally set higher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
you-
guess that's the last free thing I give you.
You negotiated
Next time,
well.
it's getting doubled in price.
Yeah, right now he's just doubling. He's going to start making me pay for these.
He's going to list something and he's going to be like, Brittle's like, oh, can I have that? It's double for you.
Yeah,
Extra Life's
actually,
going to
yeah,
come around and we're going to get in line for the food and he's going to stop Brittle and ask for $10.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to put us a $5 fee sign right before Brittle goes.
There's going to be if your name's Brittle, put $5 in the box at the front door.
no.
You have to pay for entry now.
Right. Yeah. Nope. Michael made an investment because I'm going to put that sound absorbing foam up and sound a lot better on this podcast. So it was an investment towards Roundabout.
Now, if only I could get Tyler to stop fidgeting with stuff.
I've actually been intrigued by that, and I was going to save this for after we were done recording, but I'll tell you now. I've actually got a few things
Since
written
we're
down,
here.
a few different
While
time
we're
marks
here.
written down. My wife was making some noise, and the door was open, so I got up to shut that. That made plenty of noise. My chair is very loud. I think that's a big part of it. Well, I didn't realize when I shut the door that my dog was in here, which is fine usually, but of course she didn't want to stay in here anymore. Now that the door's shut, she wanted out. So she's sitting here whining at the door. So I had to get up again to open the door to let her out. Not even 10 minutes later, I look to my left because I see the door opening again. And Grace comes in with the dog in tow, gets her food bowl and her little stick that she chews on, and walks back out. So there's probably a lot of noise this time. Apologies in advance.
Have you heard of a
Great.
noise gate?
I mean, I've heard it. I don't know what it is.
All right. So once we wrap this up, we've got something to talk about.
Great.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode of the Roundabout Podcast. Please reach out to us. First of all, comment, like, subscribe. As always, those help us immensely. We have been loving the comments pouring in. Fun to interact with y'all directly. Thank you so much. But you can also check us out on all of our socials, which is Instagram, Facebook is Roundabout Pro, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky is Roundabout Gaming, and every week we stream on Twitch is Roundabout Pro, on YouTube it is Roundabout Gaming, and we do Instagram here and there. Once again, that is Roundabout Pro. Come check us out. Come talk to us. Come interact with us. We love it. Let me know what games you watched and which ones you think should have drug enhancements. That would be awesome. I had a few that popped into my head thinking, what could we watch with drug-fueled men or women? I don't care. That would be amazing. I want to see drug-fueled volleyball. I think that would be insane. I want to see someone bury a volleyball at like 200 miles an hour over a net. That'd be phenomenal.
Mario
But-
Baseball Steroid Edition.
Isn't that just like cheat codes in the game?
I was gonna say
Right.
you're just moving sliders at that point.
Right. But tell us what game, did you enjoy the Mario movie? Tell us if there is a Nintendo property you wish Nintendo would remake. Or if you were to rob a Target Other than a brick and a chainsaw, how would you do it? But do it in a way that isn't incriminating. We don't want any part of that.
For you or us.
Yeah. Riddle's already trying to get us in trouble.
Nuh-uh.
So we don't need y'all doing it too. But once again, thank you all for listening to this episode. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bah.